Well, now it is the saga that never seems to end. Colleton County Clerk of Court Becky Hill in the headlines again as SLED confirms it has opened 2 investigations into the Murdaugh trial allegations. This as her book is in the process of being pulled for being plagiarized. And joining us again this week for the Legal Lowdown is Lori Murray, or Lawyer Lori, on TikTok. Lori, there seems to always be new revelations when it comes to the murder trial of Alec Murdaugh. So as a refresher, what are the claims made against Becky Hill by his defense team and jury tampering?
Well, this case is the gift that keeps on giving. And, we used to say that in a good way, but not so much anymore. The allegations are so voluminous, I don't know that I could remember them all, but specifically, and the most important one, I think, is going to be the fact that Becky Hill told the jurors, or at least some of the jurors, to watch Alec Murdaugh's testimony, watch his body language, watch him when he testified. She also is alleged to have, the influence of the jury not letting them smoke during the smoke breaks, just all of these conversations that she would have while they were in the jury room, a lot of conversations with the foreperson of the jury, making up a Facebook post to get the egg lady juror off. A lot of those, a lot of different allegations.
Yeah, I remember when we found out about them, they were kind of crazy to learn about. Now SLED has confirmed they have opened 2 separate investigations into Hill. The first one about those alleged improper interactions with the jury during the trial. Now, is this pretty normal protocol to open the investigation, or is this a win for Alex's attorneys?
Well, it's not a win for Alex's attorneys because it has nothing to do with whether they get a new trial. The defense still has to prove this in a court of law. And these allegations, nothing is normal about this because you don't see this happen. Clerk of courts don't actually go into the jury room and invade the province of the jury. So this is not normal protocol because we just don't see it. But if there is an allegation, it is normal protocol for them to investigate. And I don't think it helps Dick and Jim because they still have to prove that there was tampering to a judge and she hasn't been convicted of anything.
So now the second investigation is into allegations that Hill used her position for personal gain. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I wish I could. I can narrow it down to 2 different things. They haven't been very specific in what that is, but there are 2 things it could be. There was the allegation in the ethics complaint filed against her that when people came in to do the tours of the courthouse that she was asking for donations. There was an allegation that she subverted some of that money to her own account. So that could be one of them. And the other is that, it came out during the emails, when the email dump, that she had taken a federal grant and given herself a bonus out of that federal grant. I think it was a $5,000 bonus. This grant was for family court, and she bonused herself and some others in the office. So either way, I think either one of those could lead to that investigation, but SLED's not being very specific on what that is.
Yeah, definitely both investigations, something that we'll stay on top of here at Fox Carolina. Now, Lori, what is the latest drama with her book and the plagiarism claim?
Well, the plagiarism claim, it obviously was discovered during that email dump that she had received a blip of a news article from the BBC that was sent to her by accident. The BBC asked her to delete it. She did not. She turned it in as her own work she says, based on a deadline, a timing deadline, but this is a self-published book, so I'm not sure how you have a deadline for yourself. But she turned that in, that portion of the book is plagiarized. It was discovered during the emails because we saw the email from the BBC. So the latest, I guess, is that Neil Gordon said that that's her co-author. Neil Gordon said that the book was being unpublished. There was some confusion as to why it was still being sold on Amazon if it was unpublished. And then now he is saying that he is going to donate the proceeds, not from before the discovery of the plagiarism, but after the discovery of the plagiarism, he's going to be donating those proceeds to charity.
Now, I've asked you this before, but I want to ask you again after learning all this new information. As things stand right now, do you think Alec will get a retrial, and when do you think that ruling would come down?
Well, we have the January 29th hearing. That is the 3-day hearing that will decide whether he gets a new trial or not. Justice Toll will give a ruling, I think, fairly quickly, so we'll know probably about the 1st of February, couple weeks into February, whether he's getting that new trial. I personally believe that he will be getting a new trial. 90% sure he will be getting a new trial. So that ruling will come down. No telling when that trial will be, but I think the ruling will come down in February.
All right, well, we will have to wait and see. Thanks so much for joining us again this week, Lori. Now we're going to get you another check of your forecast.
And now.